Moin, moin und willkommen zu einem ganz besonderen Stream. Andrew, you're live.
Hey.
Look into the camera and smile.
I'm trying to post so people know about where to see us. Hallo, wie geht's, Deutschland?
Ja, wir haben einen ganz besonderen Stream heute. Wir haben hier Andrew Saulo, dem Director von Keeper's Diary, a Biohazard Story, den Resident Evil Fanfilm, den ihr hoffentlich gesehen habt. Und natürlich die Legende selbst, Charlie Kraslowski, den Chris Redfield-Darsteller, den Originalen aus Resident Evil 1996. Beide heute hier im Stream, denn es steht etwas Neues an. Es steht etwas Großartiges an. Ein neuer Fanfilm. Und zwar diesmal Resurrection, a Biohazard Story. Und natürlich wollen wir aufklären darüber, wir wollen euch erzählen, worum es geht, wie ihr euch beteiligen könnt und generell einfach mal ein bisschen quatschen. Wir werden natürlich auf Englisch switchen jetzt gleich. Wenn ihr aber Fragen habt auf Deutsch, ich werde natürlich nicht alles jetzt simultan übersetzen können, sonst bin ich nach 2 Stunden fix und fertig. Aber ich werde mir Mühe geben, werde den Chat im Auge behalten und genau, lasst einfach quatschen und okay, switch to English, I guess. Sorry.
Aha.
Could you understand anything?
Hello,
just
Germany.
2 words?
Ein bisschen.
That was good.
I understood. Yeah, I understood fan film.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's basically the same. So.
Yes, a little bit cheating.
Yeah, we're here for a new project. I mean, Resurrection, a Biohazard Story. It's a big deal. It's even bigger than the last one, Keeper's Diary. So, Andrew, you want to say something about this? What's it all about? Tell us about the project.
Yes, so it's a 4-part mini fan series. I've recently just finished making like animatic storyboard videos for each episode, and it's come out to be about an hour. So if we actually film it, it might be in total about an hour, maybe more long project between the 4 parts, and it's going to basically have almost all of the original live-action cast, including Charlie, from the very first Resident Evil video game that was released on the PlayStation 1 in 1996. So it'll be Charlie, Greg, Eric, and Linda. All kind of in a roundabout, indirect way, reprising their roles, well, trying not to step on anyone's toes like Capcom or something like that. So it's obviously it has Eric in it, so he comes back after, you know, I'm sure we've all played Resident Evil 5. We know what happened to Wesker in that game.
Let me translate this real quick, or otherwise it's gonna be too long.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, also, ihr habt's mitbekommen, ein neuer Fanfilm, der sich an Resident Evil orientiert, aber nicht wirklich Resident Evil ist, also aus rechtlichen Gründen, ihr versteht, was ich meine. Aber natürlich ist der gesamte alte Cast wieder dabei. Fast alle zumindest. Außer natürlich Jill. Leider nicht. Und genau, das Ganze wird ungefähr 1 Stunde lang sein und wird in 4 Teilen sein. Und dafür seht ihr eben bei Indiegogo ist diese Crowdfunding-Kampagne. Nur um alle abzuholen. Ne? Hallo Stefan, kein Problem, versucht zu übersetzen, so gut es geht, dass ihr wisst, worum es geht. So, there is a Jill, but not just because I know those questions will come. There's a Jill in it, but not Ines, right?
Yeah, so obviously nobody knows where Inez is, or maybe they know her whereabouts, but she's just hasn't reached out to us, or nobody's been able to reach out to her. So we have a friend of ours, Annie Roig, who is kind of known in the RE online community cosplay world for doing Jill. and I think she was also a face model for Lara Croft in maybe one of the games, and she's done a few.
Not a
things
face
on-
model. Yeah, no, she was like an official Lara Croft for conventions.
Oh,
Uh,
okay,
Okay.
gotcha.
So like employed by Square Enix as an official Lara Croft model, but she was
Okay.
not the face.
Okay, yeah. And I think she's done a few things for television, to my understanding. But she sent us an audition tape, and we really liked it. And she'll be holding the mantle as Jill for this.
Awesome. Also ihr habt es mitbekommen, es ist nicht die originale Jill, sondern eben eine andere Dame, deren Namen ich jetzt aber, ich habe schon wieder vergessen, er hat es gerade gesagt, aber jedenfalls, die es auf jeden Fall kann und gut darstellen kann. Die hat auf diversen Conventions das schon gemacht und hat die Erfahrungen, die sie für die Rolle eben mitbringt. Genau. So, Charlie, I mean, the last time you played the keeper, now you're back in your old shoes, in your old boots as Chris Redfield.
Right.
How does it feel to pick up this role again?
I'm very nervous, to be honest. You know,
I can imagine.
I'm sure that you know, there's a lot of expectations on the part of the fans, and I have been wanting to kind of get in shape a little bit for the role, but life keeps getting in the way, and I had to travel for a few months, and like I actually just got back from Japan for 2 months and was like dead tired. I slept for like 20 hours in a row. So I'm like, I'm here, I'm back. I'm ready to start getting into my preparation now. So I'm planning to hit the gym and work on my lines, and hopefully, you know, I was thinking about maybe reaching out to some of the other cast members so we could maybe do some little FaceTime, like, you know, practice together and that sort of thing. So I'm looking forward to that.
Awesome. Can you, by the way, if you have questions, just write them in the chat. Wenn ihr Fragen habt, dann schreibt sie einfach in den Chat rein. Ich übersetze die dann gerne und dann können wir die beantworten. 12. Oh, there's one question. So, Charlie, will you smoke cigarettes again as Chris?
Yeah.
I think I do smoke cigarettes in this, in this story. I'm assuming it's okay to talk about things like that, Andrew?
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
Yeah, so little stuff like that's
Spoiler
okay. Yeah,
alert.
and yeah, so I quit smoking after about 40 years. It'll be like a year last February, so a year and 3 months, I guess. A year and 4 months ago, something like that. I quit smoking. But I did cheat when I was in Tokyo, because I was out there with some friends, some Japanese guys, and we were like out in the rain looking for the original location where we shot the intro scene together. It was just like pouring rain, you know, and I was like miserable, and he pulled out a cigarette, and I was like, God, that looks so good. So I had a cigarette that day, and then I had a few more cigarettes while I was there, but I told myself, okay, no more. That was just because I was in Japan. So, but I'm doing good. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good with the smoking thing, and I feel a lot better for not smoking.
I mean, it's healthier. It's just, I guess, Chris Redfield and cigarettes, it's so iconic because it was in the intro and then it was censored. So it's, you know, forbidden fruits are even more tastier. Can you say it? Tastier?
Yes.
Yeah. So, yeah. Oh,
sweeter.
Sweeter. Yeah, that was the word I was looking for. So there's a question from Stars. She asked, I guess, Stars, du bist weiblich, oder? Sorry. So, Charlie, if there would have been a Resident Evil movie from George A. Romero, would you have played the role, or would you have liked to play the role as Chris, or would that be too big?
Oh,
too
yeah.
much?
Without a doubt. I would have jumped at the chance to work with George Romero. and to be Chris again. Yeah, would be no hesitation. And the ironic thing was that I had no idea any of that was going on, because I left Japan like not that long after we filmed the intro scene, and it was always, to me, just Biohazard. I never knew it as Resident Evil. So all these things that happened from after '96, I had no knowledge of them until about 2018. But had I still been in Japan, and had they called me and said, "Hey, we want you to be," even just in that commercial, that George Romero did, I would have loved to have been in that too.
There's a question from Morph for you, and it's Charlie Kraslovsky, my childhood hero. And Andy, hello, do you get a role in the film too? I mean, something, and my involvement in the project, that's something I don't know if we can.
Oh, for you, yeah. So if you follow Andy, he's working on this. So that's more reason for the audience, for your audience to support. He's going to be doing some second unit stuff for some very pivotal, borderline nostalgic scenes.
Yes.
Not nostalgia to the point where it detracts from the story, but important to tell the story that we want to tell. And so
is the second unit going to be in Germany? Is that what you mean?
Yep. And Andy and Krishimir are, in my mind, the only two people that can do it.
Hell yeah.
I wasn't sure if I was allowed to talk about it, so I was like hesitant to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna be behind the camera, but I'm gonna working on the movie too, part of the second unit crew. So yes. There's a question from Propaganda Panda who played Forrest, if you remember. In the we shot in the woods. He's like, when will you come back to Germany? You two.
Oh man, I wish.
There's no excuse.
I wanted to go last year with you guys, but the flight's expensive.
I know. I mean, it's
It's
okay.
I want to come and hit the Christmas markets. Let's make that happen.
That would be amazing. I mean, I don't know if I can talk about this. So there might be a possibility. I really can't do that now. It's like,
sorry Andy, I put you on the spot there.
Yeah. So maybe this year, maybe next year, we'll see. Would it be possible already to reserve a physical copy with all you guys' signatures on it?
For like a Blu-ray?
I think that's one of the perks, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a perk, but we're not doing signatures this time just because it was an absolute logistical nightmare. But if you go on the site, if you go on Indiegogo, you can take a look. It's the first option available. It will not only have a copy of the series that we're going to film, but it will also have the Keeper's Diary on it. So definitely check that out and, buy that if you want to support the project. And then in terms of signatures, I would recommend, if you want a signature, follow what Charlie, Greg, and Eric are doing at their conventions and try to meet them at a convention to get it signed.
Yeah.
But to have all of the copies, it was easy with Charlie for the Keeper's Diary because he lives closer to me. He can hop on a flight to Vegas. I pick him up. He stays with me for a weekend, and we were able to sign everything. It was just like 600 posters we had to sign, and then I had to package them all up myself. So it was just a logistical nightmare. So this time it's going to be direct from the manufacturer. And then I know Greg has some kind of thing where he has a P.O. box in Australia, and fans send him stuff to sign, and he sends it back. So I think if you order a perk, you might have to look into doing that.
I mean, I think I can talk about it just a little bit, but we're in talks with Comic-Con Stuttgart, and we try to get the cast over to Germany for the 30th anniversary, or a little bit before in end of November, but it's not 100% sure. So if we can pull it off, that would be a great opportunity to get your copy signed. But I'm not sure if it's finished until
Oh, that'd be
November,
true.
right?
Like, would the perks have arrived with people by then, I guess, is the question.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. When is the convention?
End of November
Next year?
this year.
No, this year.
This year.
Well, I mean, we're not gonna be done in
Yeah,
November because
so-
we're gonna be filming in August. So
But
yeah,
I'm pretty sure Charlie and everyone else would also sign your Resident Evil PlayStation 1
Yeah.
copy. I mean, that's
Yeah.
yeah.
We can sign photos and games and whatever else people want to sign. Sure.
Yeah.
AJ said that you're really quiet, Andy.
I'm quiet.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait. Shouldn't be.
Oh, like his volume? I hear him just fine.
Well, maybe on the stream.
Chat ist, sagt mal, versteht ihr mich wie immer ganz normal oder ist es zu leise? So, JJ is in the chat, right?
Yeah, he too hurt to be in the video, but not hurt enough to watch it.
Yeah, he can't stay away.
Yeah.
I need another one.
I think maybe he needs one too.
Sound is good. It's good. Okay. Maybe it's, I don't know. JJ, the old double crosser. That's what Zwerg says.
Yeah.
Okay, it's good. Sound is good. Maybe if I go like this, yeah, it's just because I can't hold still. And I'm
Yeah.
okay.
But really quick, other than the Blu-ray, I mean, if you're watching and you take a look at the page here, I mean, there's all kinds of cool stuff that you can get. I mean, posters were flying off the shelf last time. This time, I'm not sure why. Maybe people are just waiting, but there's all there. I mean, we have a whole bunch of posters that we're selling. We just uploaded a Zippo perk. Like a signed Charlie actual Zippo. So we'll get Zippos. I'll probably off Amazon or something.
I want this. I want
Yeah.
the Zippo.
What we're gonna do is we'll order the Zippo from Zippo, and then Charlie, while he's on set, will sign whoever. We'll get him before we film, and he'll just sign whoever bought it. He'll sign the actual lighter.
I mean, let's get into the perks. I mean, we have the physical copy with Keeper's Diary on it for $60. That's 54 euro.
It's a bargain. Yeah.
Yeah. Then, of course, for $10, 9 euro, you can just support the project. Just if you say, okay, you don't have the money at the moment or whatever reasons, you can just support it. And then, sorry. I have problems with my lungs lately. It's just annoying. Then,
Take up smoking.
I don't even smoke. I just take medication,
Yeah.
for my lungs. We have the backer credit. So what's the backer credit, Andrew?
If you donate to that perk, your name will go in the credits.
Yes. Then the original soundtrack, is it digital or is it on CD or vinyl?
I believe it's going to be a
Vinyl,
digital download. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be an actual physical thing. So,
vinyl
like, if
would
you
be
wanted to, it would be. But if you have the digital file, essentially you could get a CD or a vinyl and put it on there yourself if you wanted to do that.
Okay. Oh, yes, I'm here. Well, I'm couch ridden today. Okay, JJ.
Oh, is that JJ?
Yeah, that's JJ. Yeah, everyone was like, yeah, JJ. Audio's better now. Okay. Sorry, I'm a little bit behind the chat. Why didn't they ask you, to Charlie, why didn't they ask you to take Chris into the Resident Evil movie since you would be the only Chris? So, Stefan, you mean like the first? Which one do you mean? Which Resident Evil movie? Because there was no Chris
Like the Paul Anderson movies?
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anyone knew who I was.
Yeah, and
I
it's
think,
better
you know,
not.
we kind of just
you're
got
not in the Anderson
got
movies.
lost in the shuffle. Like, you know, Capcom just put our first name in the credits and then never called us again. So they probably forgot who we were. So,
Yeah.
you know, how is anyone else going to know?
So Jack is asking, is this Chris Redfield from the original Resident Evil? Yes, he is.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
JJ
Andrew.
says he can join audio if you want to bring him in.
If he wants to, yeah, sure.
Who, JJ?
Yeah, but just audio.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, wait, let me... Okay, give me a second.
All right. I'm going to take this opportunity to fill up my coffee cup. I'll be right back.
Sounds good.
You betcha.
I hate Discord.
I can add him. Let me see if I can add him.
Add him. I use it for years now, and still I get confused.
JJ add.
Mick Gordon for the soundtrack. That would be a little overkill. I mean,
What was that?
Mick Gordon for the soundtrack. You know, the Doom guy. Not
Oh,
the Doom guy, but
yeah.
that would be.
We actually had a little bit of inspiration for the hunk scene in Keeper's Diary from like some Dune music.
Oh,
Doom
really?
music. Yeah. Yep.
DefCav is asking, why no PayPal? Wait, in Film. Oh, so yeah, he doesn't have a credit card, and that could be or might be a problem for some Germans because I for whatever reason, credit card is not a huge thing here. So hey JJ.
How's it going, guys?
Welcome.
Hey, sorry to hear you're under the weather, bud.
Yeah, no, I hurt my back.
Oh,
I'm good.
no. Okay.
Oh,
Old man
well.
JJ.
Yeah, you just gotta put up
Yeah,
with me
I've done
talking
that
over
before.
Discord on my phone.
So
it's all good. So you're like just laid up on the couch?
Yeah, dude, I'm just icing it today.
Yeah.
I'm
should
34, but I
go to
feel
the
like
doctor.
I'm in my 60s. Yeah. Oh.
So DefCav is asking, would it be possible to add PayPal because then he would support the project, but he doesn't have a credit card? Is it possible?
Yes,
to-
I don't know. I'd have to talk to Andy Cox about that one, maybe Beggy, because they're kind of running the page.
Yeah.
So they just want to like buy a perk and use PayPal to buy it.
Yeah. Because
I think
yeah,
the fastest way that they could do that would be like just send the money to someone they know that has a credit card and have but then I guess it gets mailed to that person kind of thing. But
I mean,
That would
I
make the
could
most-
collect it, but oh god.
Yeah,
I'm a little on my account.
Let me chat with Andy and Beggy on that one.
Yeah. Okay.
I would think that Indiegogo cannot take PayPal, but that would, just be a guess. But
Yeah, I don't know. That's beyond me.
Yeah.
I'd have to ask them.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll look into it.
So there's a question from it's German, but even I can't pronounce it. Wait, Schlugen, geflogen,
Kinda German,
Sabata.
aren't you?
I don't know what it even is, but schlugen, flogen. What? It sounds so German, but it's not a German word. So,
Just
schlugen,
make stuff
flogen. The Keeper's Diary is exactly what I always wanted for a Resident Evil movie. Thank you for making it. Thank you,
You're
Mr.
welcome.
Blue Fox.
You're welcome.
Glad you enjoyed it.
Yes.
Willkommen.
Und danke Black Sabbath für die 5 Euro Superchat. Vielen lieben Dank. So he says, wait, okay, he says, all Resident Evil movies suck. What? Wait, it doesn't make any sense.
Except for the Keeper's Diary.
No, he says, so all Resident Evil movies suck except for Resident Evil 4. Oh, I get it. Except for Resident Evil 4 because the 4th game sucks already, so I guess it's a compliment.
I was trying to translate that because I'm looking at it on my phone too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fill up my coffee really quick.
Yeah, sure.
So I don't get it.
Drink beer.
Sorry?
I don't understand about this comment. Like what to do with Resident Evil 4 as a movie? No,
I think he means all movies sucked, but the 4th movie, I really don't get it, to be honest. It's like the 4th game sucks and all movies suck.
Oh, okay. So he likes the games except for the 4th one.
Yes.
And none of the movies are any good, is what he's saying. Okay.
Yes. So
now I get it.
He has the same problem with the credit card. He would like to donate, but he can't just because same problem. Pay safe cards. I don't know.
I wonder if
we'll look into it.
Andrew, there are a couple of people who say they would like to support the project, but they can't because they don't have a credit card.
But you can get a PayPal card, and it works like a credit card.
Okay.
But it's like a debit card for your PayPal.
I don't know if we have that here in Germany.
Oh.
So what do I need to ask Andy and Beggy if there's an option to pay through like PayPal and Venmo and stuff like that?
So if it's possible to connect the PayPal to the page, and if not, if it would be possible to open a PayPal account just to receive the donations just on a PayPal account, you know?
I would think that would create some kind of accounting nightmare, but
it
who knows?
It would, yeah.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of people who say, oh, Charlie Aruru, he says, Charlie, can you say, no, don't go?
Yeah.
Sure. How do you say that in German?
9.
Oh, that's because
Nicht.
The problem is go would be gehen, but it doesn't make any sense because they're flying away. So it's hard to translate. It would be
so don't fly then.
No, it would be Nein, geht nicht weg.
Nein, get infect.
That was
no,
good.
don't go.
That was good.
Oh, okay.
We have to record it. Oh god!
All right,
people are arguing about Resident Evil 4 now. Resident Evil 4 was a game changer. Yeah, it's old.
I
was new.
Sorry, I just sent them a message.
I thought people liked that game.
Yeah, the fan base is it's very split because Resident Evil 4.
Okay.
Yeah, Resident Evil 4 changed the camera angles and the tone of the series, and that led to Resident Evil 5 and even worse, Resident Evil 6. So most people love Resident Evil 4, but some hardcore fans don't like it because it changed the series too much into action, you know, and that's the reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was one of those. I didn't like it until about 4 or 5 years ago when I replayed it. Yeah. And I was very interested in the direction they took. I came around to it, but yeah, for a while I was just very much like, I like my old games and I'm happy with those.
Oh, Bane Wesker says, yes, we do. You can get credit card from PayPal. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It's possible. I don't know because I have a credit card, so I don't know.
I'm chatting with Andy right now.
Okay. I would have preferred to use PayPal, but as I have a credit card, I did order the Eric Prius poster. Period.
Thank you.
Cool.
Thank you, Wesker fan. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you to everybody who supported.
Ja.
Danke.
Danke, Jochen. Danke dir.
I saw somebody made like a HD quality, like backgrounds, like realistic looking backgrounds, like what the first game would look like.
Oh, really?
E-Serve?
And
Benson?
that was really, yeah. Was it Benson? Yeah. I think it was either Benson or Emmanuel, one of those guys.
Yeah.
And it looked so cool.
You still have it?
Like, wow. Looks really neat. I think I could find it on Instagram. Maybe.
Yeah, I know that those two have been doing that kind of stuff.
Foxen04, danke dir für die 2 Euro Superchat.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, it looks like there's really no way to do it on Indiegogo. So I think your best bet would to just be, like JJ said, get a PayPal card.
There's
pay it that way.
There's a question in German, but I really don't get it. Sorry, I have to ask in German. Dumme Frage, warum kann man nicht einen Bot machen von deutschen Unterstützer und das dann weitergeleitet wird? Stefan, was meinst du damit genau? Was meinst du mit Bot? Ach, du meinst, dass jemand das... okay, he's asking if it would be possible for someone to collect all donations here in Germany and then just give it to the project.
Ooh.
I mean,
I don't think so because of taxes. If the person you would give it to would have to pay taxes on it, then they would.
Yeah.
It would be it would, and then when you get your perks, it would be tied to whoever's address that is, and I don't know. I think that would be.
It would be very, very complicated. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll just apply for that PayPal credit card. It's really easy to do, and as long as you got it in Germany, then you can use it just like a regular credit card for anything, and you can have it just take funds from your PayPal account, so you don't have to spend money that you don't have.
Yeah.
Oh, so Ver says he can use Klarna. That's, I think it's a German thing, like PayPal. Not sure, but I think. Okay. And he can use it, and he's supporting it right now. I don't know. Sorry.
Thank you.
I don't know what perk, but yeah. So, Ver, kannst ja mal sagen, welchen Perk du genommen hast, aber es freut uns sehr. Vielen lieben Dank. Dankeschön.
Bro, Andy's gonna fund this whole thing just in his stream. Good job, Andy.
Yeah, I mean, we're not as many viewers as usual. But I guess because it's in English, and of course, some people just only speak German, so it's a little bit smaller. But yeah, we're 100 people on YouTube and 32 on Twitch. Oh, there's next one.
You just need 100. Oh, go ahead. I was just gonna say you just need 100 people to donate 10,000 each. No, 2,000 each, and we got it, baby.
There you go.
Yeah.
I ain't doing the math.
Andy, you could make a promo video in German, like JJ does with his update videos.
I will. The only problem is I already thought about it. My only problem is I created another channel, so ScreenFire Movies, but it's because movie videos, videos about movies didn't click that well here on the channel. But ScreenFire Movies is only like 2,000 subscribers or something at the moment, so it's pretty small. But you know what? I can make an exception. I just think, it's
separating. I thought it was gonna be funny because you're like, I could, but, and then I thought you were gonna say, I could, but I don't wanna.
Yeah, I really don't like Andrew. That's all.
Yeah. Get in line.
I love you. So, danke dir, Stefan, für die 14 Monate Support. Vielen lieben Dank. Hey, Andi weiß, dass man das nicht macht, aber ich wünsche dir Danke, mein Lieber. Vielen lieben Dank. Yeah, he's wishing. I have birthday tomorrow, so he's wishing me happy birthday.
Ah, yeah, happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
Yeah, thank you.
Andy!
Thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you.
thanks for doing this.
Is that the same Stefan that came to the shoot in Germany? Your friend Stefan?
Oh, no.
Or is it a different Stefan?
No, it's a different one,
Stefan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a
Andy's birthday tomorrow, guys. What did you get him?
Yeah, that's a good question. Andrew?
Big compliment.
Do you even
Actually?
I don't have a credit card that works in Germany, so I didn't get him anything. Sorry.
No, it's fine.
Andy and I, we talked about what I give him, but we can't really talk about it on stream.
I thought you were gonna say I could get you something, but I don't wanna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways,
it's my only 3 hours. Then I'm no longer in my 30s.
What? 30, 40.
I'm hitting 40. Yeah.
I keep forgetting you're a little old. You don't look old.
Oh,
Yeah, you look young.
thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, Vivi,
Watch
danke für die
it.
20
Watch it.
Euro. Superchat. Vielen lieben Dank.
Hi, Charlie.
Vivi, vielen lieben Dank, mein Lieber. Hi, sorry, was habe ich verpasst? Ich hätte wirklich eine Frage, bitte. Was habt ihr damals... Oh, that's a... I mean, I don't know if Charlie wants to answer that, but maybe I'm going to ask him. So,
Sure.
Vivi says, what did they pay you for the 1996 intro? Do you remember?
I don't really even remember, but it wasn't very much. So yeah, my agent was like notorious for this, you know, like she was always just paying the talent as little as possible. So whatever Capcom paid her, I'm sure she only paid us like a very small percentage of it. She was just, you know, she was a very unscrupulous person. So I don't remember, but you know, it was probably maybe like $500 or something like that. You know, nothing much.
Yeah.
Paid in high fives.
Yeah, I you know, at the time I was just trying to collect you know, work to put on a reel and you know, to someday like get real work. And I had no idea that that game was going to be such a big deal.
Yeah.
No idea at all. Like, I don't think anybody did. So.
Oh, so
residuals, baby.
Calgarian Mike writes, "Hey Andy, Chris, and JJ," and there's Andrew as well. So sorry, Mike, but he's a friend, so I can talk shit about him. Sorry, Mike, but that's not okay to ignore Andrew, our director.
Yeah.
What?
And he wants, will the poster perks be signed? That's his question. Sorry.
Oh, what was the other stuff?
So and James says, tomorrow I'm officially an old white man. God.
Nice.
Yeah, welcome to the club.
I'll get you a wheelchair.
Sorry?
I'll get you a wheelchair for your birthday.
Thank you, JJ.
Then you can drink all the
your back
beer
too.
you want. Yeah, thank you. I need one. We can drink all the beer we want, just get wheeled around everywhere.
Yeah, look what I have here, JJ.
Oh, that looks so good right now. It'd probably help my back.
Yeah, I would give you one, but
Help his back. Beer heals all.
I make sure to bring you some in November.
Perfect, thank you.
Yeah. Charlie, have you played any Resident Evil game till the end for fun at home yet?
No, unfortunately, I have not. I've only played what you guys, like, if you've ever seen the interviews that we did, like, that's the only time I've ever played the game, and I didn't even get past the dogs.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to play, to be fair. I mean, if you're not used to tank controls. That's true.
Yeah. So I would like to start playing the games. I just don't have enough time in the day. It's like there's just too much going on for me.
I know the feeling. Oh, wait. Toddy Burner, danke für den geschenkten Sub. Vielen lieben Dank. Und gerade ist noch einer eingegangen, aber ich habe es irgendwo. Und Stefan, danke schön. Vielen lieben Dank. Oh, Stefan says, from my side, I will support this project. Okay, he will support the project on Indiegogo. Thank you, Stefan.
Prost.
Prost.
Danke.
Prost.
Every time somebody supports, Andy's got a drink.
Oh, God. The problem is that's my last beer.
Oh,
no.
After that, I only have whiskey left.
Oh,
okay, it's going to get messy. It's going to get messy.
Dangerous game.
We're going to have to take over for Andy when he's on the ground.
Take over the channel.
Yeah.
So, Marcel wants to know, can you remember where the intro was shot? So the area, was it a forest or? I mean, you talked about it before.
Yeah, so the intro, the scenes in the grass, and also the very first shot in the corridor, were all somewhere near the Tama River, and that's actually something. I was just in Japan, and I had a friend of mine who's been a fan since day one. Helped me try to track down the location, and he even contacted people that were part of the shoot originally. Like, this guy knows a lot of the Capcom people, and there's no documentation anywhere that shows where it was. But a lot of people surmise that most likely it would have been somewhere close to Shin Tamagawa Station. So we went there, and if you go to my Facebook page, like a week or two ago, you'll see the video. And it was like this day that was just like pouring, just like cats and dogs, just, raining. And we walked like through the rain, through all these puddles, like along the Tama River, trying to kind of figure out the location. And I think I might have generally, found it, like, I'm just going off of what I remember from that day, because I remember it was a location that faced the river and was on a downward slope. So we just we started at the station and we walked along the bank of the river, and I could kind of see in the distance a spot that might have been the right sort of angle, like down towards the river, but there was nothing there. And 30 years ago, there would have been an abandoned warehouse building there, but that's 30 years ago. So probably that got knocked down. But yeah, I did. I placed a little pin on the map where I thought it might be, but to be honest, I'm just guessing.
Yeah.
But somewhere within, probably a 1 mile radius of that pin where I placed that pin is going to be the location, somewhere in that area.
That's crazy.
So Jack...
Hey, Charlie.
Sorry, Andrew?
Sorry, 1 second. Super side note question. Do you remember what you signed the lighter with? Which one of these?
I signed it with, I think it's called Pentel, and it's like one that can sign on any surface, and it was a fairly thin one.
Was it this? Which was it? One of the, when you were here, it had to have been one of these, but which one was it?
Danke, Toddy.
It was a pen that Leon lent me, I think.
Are you sure we didn't sign? Because I went to the store and bought some stuff.
You mean so not the one that I signed on set. You're saying that we signed some more Zippos when I came to visit you?
Yeah, the one you signed when you were here.
Why do you need to know, Andrew?
Because there was a question about it.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, did you just hijack Andy's channel?
In the chat, or?
No, it was on a comment somewhere on
okay.
I don't know where it was, but Peggy sent it to me this morning. Anyways, Charlie,
yeah.
I think it might be this brand, Pen Touch.
Okay.
I think so. And it was like a copper colored one that we used.
Okay.
Okay.
And it was like.
Sorry, Charlie.
No, go for it. Go.
I thought you were finished. No, Jack wants to know how did you get the role of Chris?
So I was kind of a shoo-in for the role because I worked for the agency. I wasn't just talent at the agency that got the booking. I was also a talent manager there. And so they pretty much had to give me work as much as possible, like all the time, because they had me on like a guaranteed salary, like a minimum salary. So basically, if they didn't give me work, then they were going to have to pay me out of their own pocket. So Capcom kind of left it up to the agency to just find the best fit for each role. And so the manager from our agency was the one who matched up. Like they sent us sketches of each character, and he like matched it up to the person that had the best look for it on our side, and they just accepted whoever we chose. It wasn't really even, because everything was done in a rush. Like there wasn't a lot of time.
Yeah.
And I think the one thing I'm pretty sure we just didn't have anybody on our books that looked like Barry, because Greg's story about being cast for it was that one of the agents from our agency just saw him walking down the street, and it was like, that's the guy. He looks just like the sketch. And that's how they found, Greg. But I think everybody else, except Linda, I later found out, was booked through a different agency. She was like booked through like a real modeling agency, like a top-notch modeling agency, whereas we were more just like a casting company for, just kind of like a central casting, basically, where we supplied Japanese TV and film with anything from extras to like speaking roles and that sort of thing. But Linda came from this, very exclusive modeling agency that they booked her at the last minute. I think maybe that character Rebecca must have gotten added at the last minute.
So Def Kev says he supported the project. He used Google Pay, which is connected to PayPal somehow. I don't know how, but he supported it with 82 euros. So thank you, Def Kev. Thank you for your support.
Okay.
And what did you choose? Which perk did you choose? I'm just curious. But
what's his
name?
name?
For the support. Def Kev. Wait, let me write it here in the chat.
He probably got
82.
the DVD. He probably got the DVD.
82. It's double of the DVD, so it's because the Blu-ray is 54 euro and it's 82. So must be something different. Danke dir, Vivi, für die 5 Euro Superchat. Vielen lieben Dank. Dankeschön für den Support. Oh, yeah. So Vivi is asking, he's so disappointed that the OG cast was never asked to be part of the movies, and he's wondering why.
Go and watch the documentary by Brandon Salisbury.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, it's really good.
But so basically, the original cast, we were just in the first game, and then, I think that subsequent games had, they had different staff at Capcom working on them who probably had no idea who we were even. Things just, I think every time they had a new game, they had like new people working on it, and they all wanted to just like start from scratch. So, and I don't think we were very important to them, like evidenced by the fact that they would only put our first name in the credits, and it was just kind of like, thank you, goodbye. Like, this is just business, kind of an attitude on their side, I think.
Serial Toxic wants to... Sorry, Andrew?
As most corporations do.
Yeah. Serial Toxic wants to know, I want to ask Charlie what his first impression was on the Resident Evil intro set back then. Do you remember?
My jaw dropped. Yeah. No, I remember being like, holy crap. Like, well, I mean, the first thing was going to the fitting where, the very first thing we did was try on the costumes. And from that moment, I was just like, oh my God, this is so fucking cool. We're okay with swearing, I guess. And then the other thing was they didn't really want to tell us very much. Like, they were very secretive. All we knew was that it was a video game. We didn't really know much else. So then when we got there, when we got to the first day of filming, which was in the grass and in the hallway, there was all this cool stuff that we hadn't any idea was going to be there, like the prosthetic of the hand holding the gun, the animatronic of the dog, and I don't remember them, but Greg says there were some real Dobermans there, and it was like, we had no idea what to expect, but it was like, they had smoke machines. It was like almost like filming a movie, and I don't know that any of us were really prepared that it was going to be to that extent.
Yeah,
and getting to fire, the prop guns, like that doesn't happen on a Japanese set very often, where you're handling, prop guns and I don't think they had squibs or anything, but it was just it was almost like being in a real movie, which was rare for us. We didn't get to do things like that often.
I mean, as good as the Resident Evil 2 intro looked like, especially back then, I always said it's a shame that they didn't have like a real live action intro with Resident Evil 2, because of course it was low budget, but still there's a certain feel to it that's just special to me, and it really reminds me of this 80s, 90s low budget horror era, and yeah, it's really a shame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you had him suit back up a couple of years ago when we were there, that was
wild.
That was
special. Yeah. That was like a transformative experience. Like putting that on for the first time, it would have been 24 years later, 25 years later or something, and like the emotions that I felt and like having all these people around me that loved the series so much while I did it, like just really heightened the experience too.
That was crazy. I filmed that. I remember when you were putting it on, and it's like hanging out with you. You're just a cool guy to hang out with, easy to get along with. But as soon as you suit up, I've told you this before, I was like, you go from Charlie to Chris, and it's pretty wild to see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sorry. Wait a second. I missed a couple of questions. Charlie, does it...
Sorry. The thing with Benson, too, that was hilarious.
Oh,
yeah. That was awesome.
You both really had chemistry. That was...
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I still would love to shoot like a series where you all the live action video game actors live, in a house together. I think it would be hilarious.
Right, a Big Brother kind of thing.
Yeah. So there's a question from Andreas Weiland. He wants to know, Charlie, honestly, does it bother you a little bit to be called Chris since 1996?
Not at all. And what's kind of funny is, how people get your name wrong? Like, for me, people call me Chris by mistake all the time. Like even before I played Chris, you know how you meet someone once and then you see them again and you're like, oh, hey. And people just naturally call me Chris. It's like it's happened to me my whole life. So it's just kind of funny. And no, it doesn't bother me at all.
Flippido Ho wants to know, do we love boobies? Of course we do.
Yeah. What kind of question is that?
Of course we do. I don't know. So, and okay, that's a weird one. Are you sure, Astrinator? Okay.
Ask it.
Charlie, do you want to open a Chris Redfield OnlyFans account?
I knew it was coming.
I don't think anyone really wants to see that, but everyone has their price, I suppose. But I like to think that I probably wouldn't do it for anything less than $1 million.
Damn.
Man, he's a high roller.
To be honest, I was thinking about doing an OnlyFans account, but not like erotic stuff. Just posting bullshit videos, just
okay, that'd be fine. Yeah.
Doing all the stuff, that's
yeah.
Just for
so
you gotta go all out if you're gonna do it.
When I was in Tokyo, Moni, who does the Resident Evil database in Brazil, she just happened to be in Tokyo at the same time, and we met up, and we did a little video when we were talking. So I guess a lot of the fans in Brazil had this idea that the reason only our first names were in the credits was because we were all porn stars. Like there's this somehow this urban legend in Brazil that all the actors that were, in the original cast, we were porn stars, and that's why only our first names were in the credits. So I dispelled that myth with Moni. I'm like, nope, never happened. And so yes, I'd like to reiterate, no, we're not porn stars.
I'm glad you clarified, because I was just going to ask, is there truth behind that?
You're not porn stars yet.
Oh God.
Yeah. Right.
Until you get $1 million and the Chris OnlyFans opens up, and then you're whatever you need to be, right?
So
$1 million and then I'll get a body double, right? To do that.
Oh, that's cheating, Charlie. Come on.
Easy, dude.
So DefCav clarified why is it more than $60. It's $15 shipping cost and $15 for Indiegogo.
Yeah, Indiegogo takes their cut, and then shipping and all that good stuff.
But $15, that's a lot.
For shipping?
No, for Indiegogo.
Yeah, Indiegogo has some weird... They have like a... Yeah, I don't know. Andy knows more about it than I do.
Yeah.
Everybody's got to get their grubby hands on it.
Yeah.
We're just trying to make a film series, dang it.
Yeah, I feel like the budget could be way lower if it wasn't for, their percentage of their cut for everything.
Maybe doing it with a PayPal account would be better, even if you have to pay taxes. I mean, you have to pay taxes either way, right?
I guess. I don't know.
I guess. So maybe just say sorry. I don't want to go too deep into just because he was bringing it up.
That's no big deal. I just don't know that. I mean, I know the basics around it, but I mean, you can always email the production email, resurrection2236@gmail.com, and I know Andy and Beggy are more in tune with that, and they might be able to help you a little bit more. But I have a limited understanding of the payments and the percentages and all that stuff. So.
Andrew just hits a record button, okay?
That's right.
What? Handstampfer, what? Okay, Charlie, how many times do you say dining room? What is that? That's a weird question. I don't know. I think he just means, dining room. But that's something Barry says, Hans.
That's Barry.
That's Barry.
Yeah.
Barry? Where's Barry?
Yeah, where is he?
I don't really I don't know too much about the dialogue in the game because that was someone else that recorded it, and I've never played the whole game. I know there's a whole bunch of dialogue between Chris and Rebecca.
Yeah.
That I've seen it on YouTube once, but do they talk about the dining room? I don't think so.
No, Chris doesn't. It's just Bill and Barry.
Yeah.
Where they walk into the dining room and he says, "A dining room."
Yeah.
Silver Virgil, hau rein, schön, dass du da warst. Yeah. So the verse says you can just enter a custom amount of 0. So
what was that?
Indiegogo. You can just say you want to pay Indiegogo $0. That's possible.
Yeah,
you just have to click on it.
I'll ask them. I'll see what they say.
This whole time, holy crap!
No, everyone has to do it on their own. So they have a preset amount, and you have to just type in 0. They're trying to trick you into paying more.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Get them, dude. That'd be if that was true. That would be huge. We'll dig into it.
Andreas, no one knows where Inez is. That's the big question.
Yes.
I think we found Jason, right?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, they figured out who he is and where he lives and stuff like that, but nobody's been in contact with him.
Okay. I was afraid to ask because I don't know if you.
Yeah, the only reason he was recently discovered is someone found or dug up a old podcast that he did through his work, and he's in the financial business. And he was doing a podcast with another financial podcast person. And he was just talking about it on the podcast. And it's very similar to how these guys found the others. One of them found Greg through a newspaper clipping in Australia. It's someone just happened to be listening to that podcast with Jason and was like, oh, wow, so... And it could have been one of the guys from the Raccoon Stars blog. Could have been Fred or Julian, maybe. I don't know. I can't remember.
Hanstuff says, even though he's 44, you're still a hero, and all the cast, they're all heroes to him. So I guess he wants to say thank you.
Oh, my pleasure. Yeah, I wish. I wish that I had known all of this sooner, but it's fun to be a part of it all again.
Yeah. So Aruru wants to know: was it hard to stay in character all the time, or I don't know? Did you have to laugh, or was it hard?
There was, not a lot of dialogue for me, and so it was just kind of subtle acting, just looking over at, where the other side of the helicopter, where Rebecca should be, she wasn't even there on set, just looking over and having a look, it was subtle acting like that. So no, I don't think it was difficult to stay in character. I mean, how much did I really understand the character? Yeah, it was kind of just a very surface level.
Yeah.
I know a lot more about him now. And I think to some extent, I might have influenced things about the character. I think they might have taken things about me and made them part of the character, especially like the smoking, things like that. Because at the time I was a heavy smoker. I was like smoking all the time, and I think they just kind of took that and incorporated it into the character. But all I really knew about the character was what they told me, which wasn't a lot. It was just like, oh, he's, you know, ex-military and very elite, and you know, and they had hinted that there was a love interest between me and Jill. There wasn't a whole lot that they told me about him.
Oh God! Now I can see all the Chris Jill love. There's a word for it. I don't know. You know, people who wants to see Chris and Jill in a relationship, and Ada and Leon. Oh, I'm so tired of it. But now you.
Right.
Yeah. The people who write fan fictions about it. You know.
Right.
Artwork.
Yeah.
All stuff.
So Dennis wants to know, do you know why the decision was made by Capcom to produce a live-action intro for the game in the first place? I think I know the answer, but maybe you know?
I would assume that maybe it was just too soon, you know, as far as like the technology. Maybe it was too soon to do anything else. Like
that makes sense.
To have the
yeah.
But I don't think they ever explained it to me.
I think it was cheaper to do it. That's the reason why there were a lot of live action intros or cutscenes back then in video games, because it was cheaper to produce it with a camera than do it in game. I think that was the reason for it. Right,
and like the, you know, the capacity, like the memory or whatever you call it on the you know,
yeah,
there wasn't a lot, and that's why they had to fix backgrounds and that sort of thing. So I think it was, yeah, like a technology kind of reason.
Yeah,
would be my guess. It could have also been stylistic.
So Svelch wants to know. Wait a second. So were there any scenes you shot that weren't in the game? Do you remember anything? I have to open the window real quick. Wait a second. It's hot in here.
No, there weren't any things that we shot that they didn't use. Yeah, everything that we shot was used in the game.
Okay. Phil, vielen lieben Dank nochmal für die 5,99 Super Chat. Oh, there's a question for you, Andrew.
Yes.
Phil wants to know, when do we see the third energy crisis?
We'll be working on that one next after this. So if we succeed or fail at this crowdfunding campaign, the third energy crisis is the next one in the lineup for us to work on.
Yeah. So it doesn't matter if you succeed or it fails. With this campaign, third energy crisis is still gonna happen.
If that's successful.
Yes.
So I want to go back. Let's go back one question, just to that thing. Someone asked about, was there anything we shot that wasn't used?
Yeah.
Or what I don't remember the phrasing, but so actually there's stuff that is in there that I have no idea where it came from. There's the results screen, you know, where there's the bridge in the background and I'm in the foreground, like a still shot.
Yeah.
We never shot that. So that's just some kind of Photoshop thing.
Okay.
And I guess that's the only one.
Picture, it's like your ID badge, I think. I don't think it looks like.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was probably just added later too. Yeah, so it's quite the opposite. So yeah, so they must have done some stuff later, like Photoshop later kind of stuff.
The Japanese people say all white people look the same.
Right. Exactly.
I mean, a friend of mine, he's Chinese. I mean, he's from Hong Kong, so
yeah.
Do they call themselves Chinese or Hong Kong?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, he told me that they say that. So yeah, they all look the same.
Like Chris Tucker from Rush Hour.
Yeah, that's what he told me. They think we'll look all the same. So
yeah,
I guess that's if you're not used to a certain group of ethnicity, then yeah.
Right. All us old white men look the same, Andy, and now you're part of that club.
Not yet. Give me. I have two hours
Another
and
day.
40 minutes left.
Yeah.
So don't make me older than I am. Yeah. So Mike wants to know, assuming that Andrew needed some kind of go from Capcom to make the Keeper's Diary, how was it received by them?
How did Capcom? How did they react? What did they think of it?
Yes. So
we haven't heard. Yeah.
I mean,
they have. I guess I don't know. We haven't heard. I haven't heard anything. They sent us an email the day after we launched the campaign, asking what we were doing and if we're making money and this and that, and we just told them, all the money's going towards production. The video's demonetized, this and that, and we're not trying to affiliate ourselves with anyone. And they said, okay, we don't feel we need to interfere with the project, and that's the last we've ever heard from them.
Yeah,
I'm surprised we haven't gotten an email.
I mean, what was very important is that it's inspired by Resident Evil, but not Resident Evil. That's very important. So
yeah. Your language early on, I think, was very vital in how we communicate things. So yeah.
It's non-profit. That's big, right? It's a passion project, an inspired by project, but it's not for profit. So
yeah,
that
not for profit, not affiliated with any other corporate. Yeah. And I'm surprised we haven't heard from them for this at all. So very interesting.
I mean, I don't think it's a surprise, because if it's non-profit and it's just close to it, but not it, I think you're just on the border of it being okay.
It was just weird that we got an email day one last time, and this time it's just nothing. Which,
because
I mean,
they know.
I'm sure they do.
I guess they're already familiar with us, maybe. Yeah.
I feel like now they probably watch JJ's channel like a hawk. So.
Oh yeah.
That's okay. We're in the creator program. It's not like we have no affiliation with them. If they were concerned, they would have reached out. We didn't cross any boundaries, and we made sure we were crossing all our T's and dotting all our I's.
Yeah. Yeah. No, we haven't heard any critical, evaluation from them about the Keeper's Diary at all.
Nope.
Nope.
So, Vivi, vielen lieben Dank für die 20 Euro Superchat. Dankeschön. Vielen lieben Dank, mein Lieber. Alles Gute zum Geburtstag am 19.05. Danke. It was just happy birthday wishes, so in 20 Euro
Happy
Superchat.
birthday,
so,
Andy.
Thank you, Vivi. Vielen lieben Dank.
Everybody get those cakes in the chat for Andy.
Yeah, Anka is baking cake for me, and my mother is baking a cake for me. So
nice.
How nice.
I'm gonna be.
Are we invited to your birthday party or what?
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
Of course. I mean, you have 2.5 hours. I mean, it's okay if you come next weekend, all of you. So yes.
Give me a red eye.
Let me get the jet fueled up.
Sorry, Charlie.
Oh, I was going to say, let me get my jet fueled up.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
That would be amazing.
My private jet.
Why don't we have all private jets? Would be.
What?
We need a road jet.
Yeah, we do. Where's the road jet?
We need a road jet. Yeah, we're not there yet, but we're trying. We'll get there one day. We'll use it once.
So Blackberry, thank you for the €5.99 super chat. Thank you. And Blackberry says, I can't wait to see Resurrection and support the project too. I have a question. Charlie, what is your favorite Resident Evil enemy or monster?
My favorite enemy or monster? I think just because I didn't really know that much about it before we did the Keeper, like I really like the Hunter and the way that it was depicted. And it's never been depicted before other than in our film, so kind of a point of pride as well. Other than that, for some reason I really like the Lickers a lot. I don't know why.
Yeah, I never can decide between Licker and Hunter. What's my favorite, to be honest?
So I guess I'll go with Hunter.
Good choice. JJ, you were about to say something? I don't know.
I said, what about Wesker? He's your favorite enemy.
That's
I guess I thought we were talking about like the monster looking kind of thing. Well,
yeah, he looks like a monster.
In 5, in the volcano, and it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I think I was kind of sticking with 1. Like that's my universe.
So, question to all of you: what's your favorite Hunter?
Definitely the one that we used, the one from the RE1 remake.
Yeah. I agree. JJ?
Yeah. I think so too. There's so many different Hunters, but I think the one from the remake is the most iconic. Either between the original and the remake version. They're very like, just when you think Hunter, you think of those. There's the fat ones that eat people in Outbreak too. Those are ugly. I don't like the look of the chickens in Resident Evil 3 remake. They're so different, but I would have to say just the original Hunter.
Yeah, I really don't. Sorry, Andrew.
I think it's the Hunter beta in the original Resident Evil 3. I thought that one was kind of cool. But the remake one, they totally botched.
Yeah, I really didn't like the Hunter in the remake. I mean, the green one.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's because of the one-hit kill, you know? In the earlier games, if you were on fine, even if the Hunter tried to do one-hit kill, you were okay. But with the third remake, it was like, okay, it could kill you anytime. It was like, it annoyed me. I don't know.
Yeah, I thought they looked cool. The regular Hunters in the 3 remake, I thought those looked pretty cool. But it's just like the one in the remake is just like the Hunter, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was.
I wish that the remakes would kind of, maybe just whoever was behind the remake of number 3, I just think was totally disrespectful to the people.
It was
that.
M2.
They botched the design of not only the Hunter but Nemesis. Like,
trash man.
Just try to respect the source material. That's all we want.
Yeah, as far as I can remember, there was. I'm not sure what I'm allowed to say here, but there were some inner politics problems.
Oh, I'm sure there were.
With the design of Nemesis.
To my understanding, it was a sourced out game by Capcom, so they weren't even really.
Yeah, M2 did it, like 70% or something, 80, I don't know. And the problem was that they didn't have a lot of budget for Resident Evil 2 and 3 remake.
Right.
They were a little bit surprised that it did that well, but yeah. And that's the reason why Resident Evil 4 has a lot of budget and
yeah.
That
one was that one was great. I thought they did a much better job than they did with 3. But anyways,
if they do Resident Evil 0 and Code Veronica remake, they should have a bigger budget as well, especially Code Veronica, I would imagine.
Cool. Yeah. I would hope that they keep their character designs pretty faithful to what they've been in the past this time around.
Yeah, you just want to see Steve again. Admit it. You're Steve
100%.
fan.
Around.
Yeah, you just want to see Steve again. Admit it. Alfred.
I think it's pure speculation, but some of the guys, like when I was in Japan, some of the guys I was talking to are like, maybe they're going to bring Shinji Mikami back.
Oh,
I was speculating about that in one of my last videos because, you know, Hideki Kamiya, the director of Resident Evil 2, is back at Capcom.
Right.
And he's friends with Shinji Mikami. And now, because they closed Tango Gameworks, Shinji Mikami's production company, now he's free. There's, you know, I mean, he could do it and it would be insane. Imagine, like, 3 times the same game. One man, one vision. That would be, that would be so interesting.
Yeah.
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 If that news came out through, the community would go wild, dude.
Oh, yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Only problem is I think Shinji Mikami said 1 year ago in a podcast or something, he said he's done with survival horror. So that, I mean, I really don't know. So
did you guys
everyone has their number, right?
Did you guys get a chance to ask him about any of that stuff after you guys turned the cameras off? And
no. Because I was so nervous. I'm never nervous. Yeah. Never.
Well, like once we wrapped, we went way over time. So like we just had enough to get a couple pictures, and they're like, "All right, we do got to go now."
IGN had to wait for us.
Yeah, we made IGN wait because he enjoyed our interview.
Yeah,
so much.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
that is awesome.
It was awesome. I mean, I interviewed so many directors and producers, but that was the second time I was nervous. The first time it was with Hideki.
I think he kind of knew how special that it was going to be, particularly with you two and the video and everything.
Yeah.
Because they probably sit down with, you know, IGN, Screen Rant, and they're like, okay, let's keep it going. But like you two, I think they were like, these are the guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. They
were
really nice.
That's cool.
Yeah, would have been amazing to have you there, Charlie, and of course you, Andrew, too. But yeah. It's always difficult with. I mean, it's
just a flight.
I know it's just a flight. But yeah.
I think I wasn't able to swing the time off at work either. I think I had stuff. I don't remember.
Oh, by the way, Anka says hi, and she's
hi,
hugging you all.
Hi,
Anka. V Gates.
Oh, sorry. My lungs are killing me.
You gotta not heal up before you stream, Andy.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not kidding. Beer helps. And I don't know why. I really don't know why. I talked with my doctor about it, and he was like, because it's relaxing if you're not drunk, but just a little bit, you know.
It calms your muscles.
Yeah. So I drank a lot in the last couple of weeks, unfortunately.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
Now he's super healthy.
No, I can feel it because I have like stomach problems now.
Oh no.
My life is better when I'm drinking.
Acid reflux? Is that what you have?
No, it's like it's all about stress. It's all here.
Stress?
Stress problems.
I just recently I have to start taking medicine for acid reflux now, so
it's because you're getting old too.
Yeah, we're all getting old.
Yeah.
Anka says, I'm okay, but tired. The kids were exhausting today. Yes, they were. I told JJ I want to... It sounded so terrible. After I sent you this message, I was like, shouldn't have sent that.
I read it and I laughed. I laughed right away. I was like, no, dude. But I totally get what you meant.
Yeah. Today.
That's funny.
Really
wild.
Exhausting.
Wild.
Yeah.
I just put my kid outside and I told him to run around.
Yes. Here, kid, go play with this.
Sophia is at that age where she tries to get her will by just screaming and just throwing stuff around, and it's
Listen to
Charlie,
talking about the
Charlie
kids.
still does that.
What?
Charlie still does that.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, there was a question before if you have kids, Charlie, and if yes, if you play Resident Evil with them. But I told them you don't have kids, so obviously you don't play Resident Evil.
Yeah, no kids. Just a cat, and my cat was like so happy to see me after 2 months. He's like being so affectionate. But yeah, no kids.
Yeah. Oh, Phil, danke für die 5,99 Superchat. Vielen lieben Dank. So, what's the best 3 Resident Evil games for you? I hope the first are Resident Evil 6. Fuck you, Phil.
No, fuck you, dude.
So, first 3. I mean, it's easy. Resident Evil 2, original, Resident Evil 1 remake, and then it's hard. Resident Evil 3, maybe? Or Code Veronica, I can't decide. So what about you?
Me?
All of you. It's a question for all of us.
Oh,
so,
yeah, I don't really play them, sorry.
2-1-3. Easy peasy.
2-1-3?
Yeah.
So
2-1-3.
So 1, the remake or the original?
Original. You never take the place of the original. I love the remake of Resident Evil 1, and it is the pinnacle of Resident Evil in my opinion, but you still can't replace what started it all.
Good answer. My favorite 3 might be definitely the original 2 and 3. And then maybe 1 remake or original 4.
Bro, Charlie is sitting right there listening to you. Get 1 in your list now.
And then 1 would be at the very bottom of every single game ever made.
Oh, that's how it's gonna be. Okay.
Even the Operation Raccoon City games.
Oh no.
Wait a second. Twitch stream is running for. Wait, what? Are you sure?
What?
I'll be right back.
No, it's running. It's okay. Okay.
What's going on with you, Andy? What happened?
Just some technical issues, but not for us, just for Benji.
Oh, the viewers?
Yeah.
I see.
So what was he saying? Operation Raccoon City? I didn't even know that was a game.
Yeah, it's a game, but it's okay. I would say I don't think it's
fun multiplayer.
Yeah. It's a shooter, third-person shooter.
Yeah. There's so many. There's like 20-some of the games. So there's also, I think personally, the worst Resident Evil game is Umbrella Corps. That one's a third-person shooter too. It's like, but it's like really fast-paced, and it's like, it feels underdeveloped, and it's really clunky, and it's unbalanced, and it's just so far from like what Resident Evil is. I mean, there's just so many different. Over the years, I mean, the series is 30 years old. They've tried tons of new things, and some of them hit, and some of them not so much. But usually, there's like a fan base for all of them.
Yeah.
There's a great question from Benji. Could you imagine to do a Resident Evil Dash fan film? I think that would be awesome. That would
catch Charlie up on what that is.
So, Resident Evil Dash was a concept Capcom had, where they tried to figure out what to do after Resident Evil 1. So they thought it would be a good idea to go back to the mansion. So the mansion exploded, yada yada, same. But the explosion opened like corridors and new areas, and Plan 42 infected the zombies and the other BOWs. So it was like plant monsters, probably like The Last of Us. And it was only a concept, but I already always thought it's interesting, you know. And so it would be amazing to shoot a Resident Evil Dash fan film, but I mean that would be so expensive. I mean,
not if you didn't animate it.
That's true. That's true. But
be a lot
how
of work,
cool would be live action with Charlie?
Yeah, that'd be...
Charlie going.
Yeah,
oh my God! Imagine Charlie going back to the destroyed mansion with Plan 42.
That'd be pretty cool.
That would be so cool. Next project, Andrew.
Yes.
Yes, we only need like 2, 3, maybe let's say $4 or $5 million.
Easy. Yeah.
Easy. So if you donate now $5 million for Resurrection, a Biohazard Story, we do Resident Evil Dash and Resurrection all together.
Hold on.
What?
Andy just sent me something. It looks like someone made a big donation.
Awesome. Oh, yeah. Who was it?
Someone, let me look.
Yes.
Mike Daub. Just it looks like he claimed an associate producer credit, which is $2,500. Now,
wow.
Mike.
Now the goal, now it's at 38,610. 19% of the goal, 294 backers.
Let's go.
Wow.
I told Andy was going to fund this whole thing during his stream. I wasn't lying.
Is that one of your viewers?
Yes, that's Calgarian Mike in the chat right here.
Holy crap.
Wow, thank you very much.
Thank you, Mike.
Wow.
Yeah, I was
Michael.
a little bit embarrassed, to be honest, because normally, like, Sunday we have like 200, sometimes 300 people there.
Yeah.
And now, I guess it's just because of the language barrier. So we're not as many people, but still, oh, wow. To all, to Mike, to you, to everyone, just a huge thank you for supporting the project. Really, thank you.
Ja, Michael, danke schön. Vielen Dank. Das ist wunderbar. Danke.
Wow.
Perfect. Nice. That's really awesome.
How is it, Andrew? How is it that you? What were the commands you used for the dogs again?
Sitz, which is like sit. Platz, which was I think like lay down. I don't remember what I said to have it sick you.
Yeah, that was what I was trying to remember.
I can't remember.
I'm pretty sure.
Platz.
I mean, sit is sit, and Platz is like go down.
Yeah, lay down.
I
don't remember what the attack was.
Attack.
Maybe I just said go.
Fass.
Fass, that was it.
Yeah,
Fass.
I think it was Passau or something.
What?
Passau, I think is what she had me say.
Oh, maybe.
Maybe she told me Potts, but I just misinterpreted it or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But that sounds familiar.
What? Wow, JJ, way to call everybody's age out. What? The cosplay.
Yeah, what I do? I probably did. We're all old.
Operation Raccoon City is awful. Zombies feel like they were made out of paper, and William Birkin looked so harmless. That's what Cyril Toxic says.
Yeah.
It was the best game.
No, it's not like a good Resident Evil game, but we had fun when we got, a 4-team going in it. It was like a fun side thing to change the pace, but not like for Resident Evil, it was just very different.
I mean,
you don't know what you're getting yourself into.
I even had fun with Umbrella Corps.
Whatever.
I was so drunk while playing it, and I laughed my ass off. It was just like, I laughed at the controls the whole time, and the animation.
Yeah.
Like this. It was ridiculous. So I had a good time, like 10 hours or something. So.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's the way to play it.
Yeah.
Next time I come to Germany and we're doing another challenge, after that we wrap it with Umbrella Corps. We might have fun.
We should, as long as the servers are open. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're gonna close it soon.
So. Crazy, they're still open.
Yeah, it's strange, right?
Yeah, they closed down Reverse, and it's like the same type of game.
Yeah.
And that's only like a year old.
And it's not even. I mean, Umbrella Corps was released in 2017, right, or something.
Yeah, it was like 16, 17, around that time.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, little bit before that, but yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Who's still playing it?
Like, let me check Steam.
3 people.
Steam, Umbrella, Steam charts, right?
Yeah.
Umbrella Corps.
Probably Andrew. He gets into those shooter games. Probably playing it right now.
What game?
Umbrella Corps.
Yeah.
I don't know that I've ever played Umbrella. I remember I played Operation Raccoon City, and I was like, I'm done with this.
So, 2 players right now.
Oh, it was close.
And 24-hour peak is 7 players.
That's a team, dude. That's a squad.
Yeah.
Nice.
You can boost achievements. That's what we did with Reverse. 100%
Not a bad
achievements.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah.
I like the maps in Umbrella Corps because you get to see the Spencer Mansion during the day.
Yeah.
That was cool.
And Resident Evil 4 before we got the remake.
Yep.
And
that was
Resident
cool
Evil
too.
2 before we got the remake. So that was,
Yep.
That was something. It was a time where we all thought Resident Evil was done for, and...
Yeah. I remember that time. Dark days, dude.
Dark days. I was done with... I was not done. I was like, okay, I love the older games, but it's over now. It was a good time.
Yeah.
I can always play Resident Evil 1, 2, 3, Code Veronica.
Yeah.
I hated Resident Evil 4 back then because I thought it was the downfall of Resident Evil. It was responsible.
Yep. I was in the same exact place you were.
Yeah. But I made my peace with it, and I really think Resident Evil 4 Remake is a good game and even a good Resident Evil game.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. To be honest, though, moving forward, I don't know how much I'll be looking forward to future games because corporations tend to market to the younger audience, and we're getting older. So that usually changes quite vastly when that happens. So I don't know. I'm just not very hopeful.
A pull of whiskey? I seen that.
I did no such thing.
Oh my god. That's his birthday. He's allowed to.
It's his birthday. Leave him alone.
Yeah, that's not a beer bottle.
Honey, if you're still in the chat, could you do me a favor and bring me a beer? So I don't have to drink whiskey because that's the only thing I have here is scotch. So
yeah, I got a question for Charlie.
Yo.
Charlie, when do we tag team in Resident Evil 5? We should do that.
Oh yeah,
that'd be fun.
I need to start training then, I guess.
All right, let's get him trained up to be the Redfield.
Okay.
Like in real life too, we gotta get him some steroids. Can we do that, Andrew, with the budget?
Yeah, steroids, boulders, we can get it all.
Once he's Chris Redfield Resident Evil 5 level, then we can tag team the game. I'll be Sheva gladly.
I want you to do the same
with
you, Charlie. I send you a crate of beer.
What?
A crate of beer.
But
Steroid beer.
You took the 2 out of the fridge. Still want one though. Yes, please. Please bring me a beer or 2. Bring me 2 beer.
You're communicating with her through chat when she's just upstairs.
I mean,
he can't. He's got to maintain the stream. If he gets up and leaves, it goes into chaos. All right.
Yeah.
It's his command station, Andrew.
That's true.
That would be awesome though if you were sitting there playing Resident Evil 5 and Charlie was all jacked, just like
yeah, with a little train. Breaks the controller.
Just like
Charlie, if you play Resident Evil 5 with me as Chris in your Chris Redfield cosplay, then I do a Sheva cosplay. Wait a second. That would be without blackface, obviously, because that would be problematic. But
right,
you don't need to have that. That'd be cool though to have both costumes. Yeah.
Will you shave?
For you, I would. For you and my wife, you're the only two persons I would shave for.
Right.
Clear hair
shave, a little bit of eyeshadow.
Yeah. Lose my glasses and by like.
There you go.
I'm Sheva. I mean, Anka can do a good Sheva.
Yeah.
Yeah, if she comes downstairs, and brings me my beer, maybe she can give us a Sheva something. I don't know.
A quick Sheva.
She can make the voice.
Chris, over here.
Get over here.
You guys, it's been a lot of fun, but I just want to thank you again for having me on, Andy. Nice to see you again, Charlie. Good to see the chat. Prost, everybody, and Donka for your support. And happy birthday, Andy.
Thank you. But now you're leaving when the beer comes. That's typical.
Yeah, JJ. I'm taking it and running, dude. Donka's never coming. They already grabbed it.
Sure. Yeah, thank you for being here, JJ. Always.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, JJ.
Bye.
See ya.
Take care.
Now the cameras are all messed up. Wait. Yeah. So, okay. If you have to go, you let me know, right?
I don't really have much planned today, so
okay.
I was gonna try and get some editing done later, but I'm good on time.
Yeah, I'm good as well.
Okay.
I think I have a call later, but yeah, everything should be fine for now.
Okay. So Black Sabbath goes to the movies and is watching Final Destination 6.
Aha.
Yeah.
I wonder how that's going to turn out.
Yeah. I mean, it's last film with shame, I forgot his name.
I can't remember his name either, but I know who you're talking about.
Todd, something Todd.
Yeah.
Tony Todd? Yes, Tony Todd, right?
I think so. That sounds familiar, yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any of those.
Really? The second one, I think, was the one with the logs on the freeway. That one was wild.
I think the first one was the best one because it was new.
Yeah.
And then with every each sequel, it was like, okay, it's the same with Saw. You're just waiting for the kills, and the story is not that important.
I think that the one with the logs, though, on the freeway that scene was probably one of the best scenes out of the entire franchise. Yeah. It's just so memorable.
Anka is writing in the chat, there's no more beer. I drank it all.
Oh no!
That's sad.
Say it ain't so.
Okay.
Guess he's just got to drink the whiskey now.
Could you?
I was going to say, just have to have some scotch. Yeah.
Could you bring me water with a little bit of lemon in it? Thank you. I love you. I can't drink whiskey here. I'm gonna be drunk. I mean, my birthday party is next Saturday, so I can start drinking slowly.
Yeah, what are you gonna do on your birthday party?
Just going to a restaurant with friends, and then after that, there's a bar next door, and then just get drunk, I guess. Just a little bit, not like blackout drunk I was when I had my my school reunion a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
That was I was wasted for 3 days. because one of my best friend back then, he's Russian, and I met after 30 years, I met him again, and he was like, vodka, another one, and it was like going on. I had like 7 or 8 vodka in 15 minutes.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
Yeah, and a couple of beers and cocktails, and I was not a good experience.
Yeah.
But
do you ever do karaoke?
Oh, I would love to. We don't have a karaoke bar here, but you have?
I'm really bad at it, but
doesn't matter.
So that's of course like what my Japanese friends, that's what they wanted to do while I was there. So we went into karaoke, and it's fun, but you have to be drunk to do it.
Yeah.
For me, anyway.
You have to be drunk or really good.
Yeah.
So.
And I'm definitely not any good. Yeah. I'm not a good singer. So.
Honey.
Oh, that was so funny. Like, Andrew went off camera, and then Anka came on camera. It almost looked like he went around the corner to get on. Where's my beer?
Charlie says, "Where's his beer?"
Sorry, we're out of beer.
Oh, okay.
That's the most embarrassing thing you can say as a German. We're out of beer.
Right.
Yeah.
It happened. It
she
happened.
was like, "It's not my fault you drank all." Wow. Thank you, hon.
Throw him under the bus. Yeah.
In your age, Andy, it's probably better to skip alcohol. Wow, Mike, thank you for stabbing me in the back.
Burn! What a burn!
You're even older, Mike. So, Mystery Blue Fox wants to hear me sing karaoke. Oh God! I mean, next time we're visiting you, Charlie. Or Andrew, I don't know if you have a. Oh, I spilled water. We're gonna sing.
How much whiskey? The whiskey's talking. That's why. Now he's gonna drink the water.
Okay, let me get a towel real quick. Entertain the chat.
Yeah. I think we did. We did Eye of the Tiger once on JJ's show. And that was so bad, but. It's fun though. It's like,
they like to sing in the after parties, and I don't get into all that.
Yeah, it's definitely not one of my strengths, but you know,
yeah,
especially like 80s songs are fun for me anyway.
Oh yes, 80s songs. Most of them are really good.
Yeah, I just listen to like 70s, 80s, 90s music mostly.
I can't listen to today's music, to be honest. It's like
me neither.
Shit in my ears.
It's all garbage. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like we're becoming our parents, right?
Yeah. Same with movies, by the way. I mean, there are exceptions. But most movies, I'm like, I don't like the pacing. I don't like the effects. I don't like the plot.
Have you been following that Kung Fury project?
Oh, I heard about it. Yeah, the second one is stuck.
It's like people are dying for that kind of a movie, but the people that control Hollywood are just suppressing it because they want to control their narrative of films that they put out.
Isn't it a copyright or problem or something?
It's not some weird, I don't know if it's a copyright issue, but it's some kind of weird financing legal issue. But I don't think it's copyright. I feel those instances where someone powerful in Hollywood bought it specifically to let it die. That'd be my guess.
Don't they have ongoing legal struggle in court or something? I'm not an expert. Just heard about it.
Yeah, it's something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know the specifics, but it's something along those lines.
Oh, Astronator and Svelch, they both want to know what's your favorite 80s music, Charlie. And Mike, danke für den Resub.
My favorite 80s. It all kind of bleeds together, so I'm not sure if it's 80s or not. But like back then, I was really into the Talking Heads a lot, and Psychedelic Furs. But I guess, you get kind of nostalgic for like the pop culture stuff. So kind of like Eye of the Tiger, or just other stuff that's like in soundtracks, like the Footloose soundtrack, or like Caddyshack.
Yeah.
When I think about 80s, I think about I'm all right, never worried about me, just like catchy stuff like that. And then 80s, and like Flock of Seagulls, and there's all this like really great hair back then.
Queen.
Just think about
I really like
Footloose was filmed here in Utah.
Really?
Yep.
That kind of makes sense, yeah.
The remake or the
probably about an hour away from me.
The remake or the original?
Original.
Awesome.
Yep.
I really loved Eurythmics back then. Annie Lennox.
Oh, Boss wants to know, question to Charlie, would you like to be in another Resident Evil game?
Shit, yeah, of course. In a heartbeat, yeah. Call me.
I think that would be so amazing. I mean, to have old Chris, who looks exactly like you, and have a final adventure with him. Yeah. It's just I think, as you said before, Charlie, I think they for Capcom, that's a closed chapter, and it was like, unfortunately. But
after all the work we've done over the last 3 years, if Capcom still hasn't reached out to you, then
the thing is, Charlie, do they own your likeness? Did you sign anything that they could use your likeness?
I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think I ever signed anything.
Because if they do,
I don't remember
imagine
signing
you see a trailer with you in it and you sign something. That would be not a nice move, but I don't think so, no.
Yeah.
You mean like if I had like 30 years ago signed like they can use my image in perpetuity kind of a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember signing anything. It's possible that I signed something, but I don't remember signing anything.
Probably not. That was probably not even heard of back then, really.
Yeah.
It's possible.
For like what they were doing. I mean, I know it's kind of always been around, but it seems like that was such a new thing for them back in the day. It probably wasn't even thought of.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a good question from Jyla22. Could all of you guys imagine to make a similar movie project about Silent Hill sometime in the future? If yes, which role would or should Charlie play?
I like Silent Hill. I've dabbled playing with it. I've never played it from start to finish. I think the only game I ever played was Downpour, and apparently it wasn't one of the better games. So I think someone else would be much more suited to make that into some a live action fan film. But I don't know what kind of character Charlie would make. What do you think? Because you know more about it than I do.
I don't even know the the story or the characters very well. The only thing I know about Silent Hill is I think didn't they just recently release a new game where it takes place in Japan?
Oh, the Silent Hill F. Yeah, it's gonna be out, I think, in October or November this year. Yeah, but so the last
it's
one
like
was
a
Silent
school,
Hill 2
like a
remake.
schoolgirl in Japan or something.
Yes. I think
Yeah,
Charlie,
that looks cool.
you would be best for not for James Sunderland. That's the protagonist in the second one, but for Harry maybe. But he's he's younger. He's like in his 30s, late 30s. That's difficult because they're
Could be Sean Bean's character from the movie.
I really liked the movie from the art style perspective, but
yeah,
it was lacking on depth. The games had, it was the games, especially the second one, especially the second one. It goes so deep into very problematic issues, so it's and it was very superficial, the movie, what they did. So it's like it looked good, but I didn't mind it, but then again, I wasn't a fan of the games, so it was a fun movie to watch from a horror perspective, but not knowing much about the games, I'm sure it was much more better executed from like a source material standpoint than any of the Resident Evil movies. But also, I'm sure that they could have done better with the story. I mean, if you remember Pyramid Head in the movie, he was like a Michael Myers serial killer character, but in the game, it more represents the guilt of the character that's haunting him, and it's so it's and in the movie it's just a killer. So that's that was my problem with the movie.
Yeah, that's fair. That's what I hear things like that a lot. But I guess the same dude that made the first one is making this new one coming out. Yeah. So I guess we'll see. How that is.
I think it's gonna be a fun horror movie, but I wouldn't expect to be such a deep and depressing movie as the game was. Because to be honest, especially the second game, it's so depressing. And it's so it deals with issues like cancer and I don't know the English word for it. Euthanasie. God. I have to Google it, sorry. Oh God, that euthanasia?
Euthanation?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So like mercy killing, and that's hard stuff for like an entertaining movie. It's just a horror movie, so yeah.
I guess there's a fan that just made a pretty decent Silent Hill 2 fan film that Andy was promoting on Biohazard Declassified.
Yeah, looked pretty good, and they only did it with like $5,000 or something. So
I think
pretty good.
He paid like 10 or 15 total, but he just needed help with that final 5,000. So that's what the crowdfunding was for, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, but most of it was out of his own pocket.
Question to all of you: which one was the most gruesome and traumatic movie y'all ever seen?
Gruesome and traumatic.
I don't know. Maybe one of the Hostel films?
I can't decide between Martyrs and Inside. Those are both French horror movies. And I mean, Inside is about a pregnant woman who's alone at home, and there is another woman outside. It's on Christmas Eve, and she's alone, and she wants to cut her open to get her baby. And she does.
Ew, that's dark.
It's really dark, yeah. Anka and I watched it while she was pregnant.
Oh, God.
She wanted to. And I told her it's not a good idea, but it's okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. It's kind of hard for me to think of a movie that was, like so gruesome that I wouldn't watch it or anything. Like, I think I kind of just stay away from those kind of movies to begin with. Like, I never saw, what was it called? Like Caterpillar, I think it's called.
Oh, the Human Centipede.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like just the thought of it was so gross
disgusting,
that I never bothered. Yeah, I never bothered to watch it.
The South Park episode was pretty funny.
Yeah, with the human centipede.
Yeah, human centipede.
Yeah.
I believe in you, Kyle.
do you want me to eat the cuttlefish or the pudding?
I forget the title of it, but I think there was like a Gerard Butler movie where he's getting revenge on people.
What was that?
And he's torturing them.
Yeah.
Like by putting them under so like, they can't move. But yeah, that was it.
Yeah, that's one.
Like to me that's like the worst possible thing to imagine is like, you're helpless and you can't move or make a sound or anything, but you feel everything that's being done to you. That's just like to me like the worst possible scenario.
That was a crazy movie.
Then you have to watch Martyrs. That's the other French movie. It's about an organization who tortures people because if you're right between incredible pain and death, you can see into the afterlife, and they try to figure out what's after death. So the movie is just about people torturing people. And it's a lot more
awful.
gruesome than Hostel. A lot more gruesome.
Really? Oh, wow.
Yeah. The French are crazy.
I was going to say, Hostel is probably the only one I can think of that I've seen that's that brutal. But I'm not really believe it or not, I'm not really into like the brutal stuff.
No, I was when I was a teenager.
Yeah.
Then it was cool because it was forbidden and blah, blah, blah. But now it's... I watch it and I'm like, okay, yeah, they did the special effects this way or that way, that's CG, and it's like, yeah, I know how they did it, and I'm not interested anymore. That's the problem. If the movie isn't good, I'm not interested.
Yeah, I'm not really into Disney much these days anymore, but I guess they brought back the Daredevil series, and there's a scene or a shot I saw on social media from the new reboot of the show where Vincent D'Onofrio, that plays the Kingpin, like he crushes someone's head, and they show it in the show, and I'm like, I'm gonna watch that while I'm watching Daredevil. You know what I mean? Like, come on. Just cut to his face and add the sound effect. That's I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like Game of Thrones. Sorry, Charlie. Yeah.
Yeah.
The movie that keeps coming in my head now is Boxing Helena. Jeremy Irons, and it ends up being like I think like spoiler alert if you haven't seen this movie, but I think like at the end of the movie, I think it's just kind of revealed that it's all just something that he's imagining because he goes through some kind of traumatic accident. But like throughout this film, it's like he keeps severing parts of this woman's body. So like in the end, like it's just like a torso and a head, and he keeps her inside a box, and that was just like so traumatic to me, like to imagine that someone is doing that to you, like, and you know, like I think he was like painstakingly like cleaning her and dressing her and keeping her looking pretty, but she like at the end of it, it's just like a head and a torso in a box.
Yeah, I just Googled it, and the director was Jennifer Lynch, and she's the daughter of David Lynch. So.
That was a Jennifer Lynch movie. Okay, I didn't even remember that.
Heads in boxes.
But yeah.
The Lynch family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the box. That's a great movie, by the way.
Which one?
7.
Which one?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, 7, yeah. 7 was a really good movie.
Yeah.
That was him, right? That did that?
Wasn't it?
Was it?
Wait, no, that wasn't David Lynch. That was
What was it? David something.
Damn it, I can't. David Fincher, yeah.
David Fincher.
Oh, right. Yeah, David Fincher.
Fincher, whatever. Very close last names.
Yeah, and Fincher always, and he did Alien 3, Fight Club, Zodiac, Gone Girl.
Yeah, those are all great movies.
Yeah. Is he still alive?
Maybe not Alien 3, but yeah.
Oh, I like Alien 3. I think it's not as good, obviously, as the first and second one, but I don't think it's... I mean, look at Alien Resurrection. Look at those awful Alien vs. Predator movies and Prometheus. And I mean, Alien 3 is all right, I would say.
I don't know why they still keep making them. Like the new Predator thing that the image that they just released, it's like, dude, who is paying to see these movies? Why? Just stop. The only good Predator movie was the first one, and we have like 80 billion sequels.
I enjoyed the second one, though. And I think Prey was alright. It was like, okay.
I haven't seen it yet.
Prey is alright. Of course, there are some... I think the problem is they try to go more into the Predator culture.
Yeah.
And that demythifies the creature. You know, it's like, okay, I don't want to see the Predator go to high school or see, you know, it's like, come on, it should be still a monster, and they should treat it as a monster, not as a character. But that's only my opinion.
That was what was so great about the first movie is like the movie wasn't about the Predator. It was about the characters trying to survive the Predator.
Yeah. And those... It's funny because I'm working on a Predator review. So, what was great with the first Predator was that you have those typical 80s action hero, almost cliches, and you see them destroying a whole rebel village with these, just like that. And then they're all like little children running around in the jungle, and that makes the Predator even bigger. So it was just so well written. Yeah, it's a shame they really don't. I don't want to sound like an old man because, you know, but they don't make movies like they did anymore.
No, they don't.
Yeah,
and it sucks. It's sad, but it's just all highly controlled and narratives and propaganda and
but aside from political views, you know, it's just like there's basic story structure that's a craft, you know.
I agree. I just think
people should know how to write properly.
There's people that do. I just think that they're getting turned down by the people that control the studios. They just want... I think they use IP as a way to control what information gets out there, which is why a lot of franchises we love have kind of been destroyed and nobody's really paying to see them anymore. And that's probably part of why what's his name, Ryan Coogler, that made the Black Panther, that's probably why he got such a big deal when he made Sinners,
Jyla has another question for Charlie. Is Charlie fluent enough in Japanese to watch Japanese movies? And which hidden gems of the Japanese films would he personally recommend?
I don't really know too much about like Japanese movies. Currently, like I don't really follow Japanese cinema, and growing up, I would just like watch whatever was on TV, but I would say, if you don't know Japanese movies and you want to like dip your toe in, like just start with Akira Kurosawa. Kurosawa movies are so influential.
Seven Samurai.
Especially like Rashomon. Every single like Tarantino movie is basically he's just taken Rashomon and and made it into the present day. Basically, he's just taken that formula of a story, told from different perspectives, like the same story told from perspective of the different characters, and obviously, they're all completely different, and I've never been that much into Japanese film, to be honest. Like growing up in Japan, I was so dissatisfied with the media coming out of Japan, like especially TV, and I was always just kind of more interested in Western movies and Western shows, like because we could, there was a few shows that you could see on Japanese TV, like just popular American shows from the time. And I can't even really think of too many Japanese films that I liked. To be honest, I watched a lot of Japanese anime, like on TV, stuff that is so old now that you probably would have never heard of it. But sorry, just not. I'm not an authority on Japanese. There's I think a lot of influence from Japanese films, especially like in the horror genre, like Ring, I think got made into an American version and was really scary.
By the way, the same director. So the Japanese director was the same director who directed the American remake.
Oh, the Hollywood film.
Yeah.
And then like the movie Battle Royale.
Yeah,
was just crazy.
Classic.
And basically, I think that's where they got the idea for what are those Mockingjay? What is that movie series with?
Hunger Games?
Watching, Hunger Games. I'm watching it with
Hunger Games.
Now.
I think basically they just took Battle Royale, the idea from that. But just over the top, crazy, violent kind of stuff.
Yeah, I was watching Hunger Games with Anka, and I was like, that's just like Battle Royale all the time. That's a ripoff. That's the same, but less violent. And not as clever because I think what they told within 3 or 4 films, I can remember. I think Hunger Games were 4 films, right?
At least,
yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
And everything they told in one movie, it's just, you can tell it in one movie. It's just a love story and everything around in Hunger Games. That's a little bit unnecessary, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to, offend anyone or hurt anyone's feeling.
Or if it makes money.
Yeah, it's impossible not to offend people.
Yeah.
These days, like you're gonna offend somebody just looking at them these days. So
yeah,
I'm looking at you.
True.
Both.
Yeah, I'm offended.
Yeah, be offended.
How dare you? How dare you gaze upon me?
Are there any more questions? Now's your chance. Questions for
Right, or
Andrew
forever be silent.
Did you want to go over Daniel's stuff now before I forget?
Oh,
the gentleman.
Oh yeah. I'm just. Is it okay? Did you ask him if I?
Yeah, I chatted with. I was literally talking to him before I hopped on the stream.
I just don't want to get striked, copyright strike. Because
you can just turn. I mean, that's so visually stunning. You don't even need the audio.
Okay. Can you send me the link here in the chat on Discord?
Yeah. Yeah, I had an interesting conversation with him before this stream, and we have some pretty big plans now for him and for Ro.
Yeah.
I was up till 3 a.m, bro. I was so blown away when I saw this. I was literally about to go to bed because I was messaging you. I'm like, I'm going to bed. So I'm skimming through YouTube. And just like, I wonder if there's any other new fan films out there. And it popped up, and I clicked on it, and I was up till 3. I was just so blown away.
That's a bad idea if you want to sleep, because if
I know.
you find something. Oh,
I know.
Two more questions. Charlie, do you have any advice to get a Japanese woman? And what's your favorite food in Japan?
Oh. How to get a Japanese woman? I guess it used to kind of be like when I lived there, that there was a certain kind of Japanese woman who was just really into Westerners. And like there was this certain district in Tokyo called Roppongi, where there was lots of bars that foreigners would go hang out. And so the Japanese women who were kind of like interested in meeting Westerners knew that that was the place to go. So it's just kind of like you would just go there and just naturally meet, Japanese women who were interested in meeting you. I don't think that's really the case anymore. Like I was there in Tokyo recently, and like it seems like Roppongi's not the place to go anymore. And being that kind of things are so online today, I think maybe the way to meet a Japanese woman would be to just like go online and join some groups that have to do with Japanese, maybe try and find something you would think that you have in common, a common interest. So let's say like you're into anime or something, like just go join an anime group online maybe, and or a cosplay group or something. Go to Japan, and go, just go immerse yourself and just go up and just start talking to people, because they love that. They do. Like, maybe not all of them. I'm just kind of rambling, sorry. But for the longest time, I think, in Japan, like marriages traditionally were like arranged marriages, especially like if you were in a like upper to middle class sort of status. And a lot of Japanese women were fed up with that and didn't want to be in a traditional, like relationship, marriage with Japanese men. Didn't like the way Japanese men were treating them. And a lot of Japanese women chose either just not to marry, or they would like travel and like go to other countries. So I think, those are the kind of Japanese women that you want to meet if you're interested in a Japanese woman.
Just learn Japanese.
Yeah.
Yeah. I should learn Japanese. Not for women, just in general. Anka and I were always saying we would love to learn Japanese, because now if we talk about stuff the kids shouldn't hear, we talk in English. But it's going to end in maybe 2 or 3 years, because Sophia now, she can say like things like dog and cat and thank you and, bottle of water and so basic stuff. So it's only a matter of time. And then we have to learn Japanese so we can have our secret language. And I bet it's more fun if you go to Japan and know the language, just like any other country, I guess. Yeah.
Was there a 2-part to that question? Sorry, I think I only answered.
Food. What Japanese food do you
the
prefer?
Food. What Japanese food? I mean, I love kind of home style cooking, like stuff that like you probably you've never had unless you've been to someone's home in Japan, like stuff that they make that's not typical, like things like sushi that are everybody knows. Especially like in the winter, there's a lot of kind of I don't know if you would call it like hot pot but it's really nice to sit at the table and like they'll cook something like on a burner in the middle of the table, for example, like a nabe. So nabe can be many different things, but basically you have a pot in the middle of the table and you're slowly boiling like meats and fish and vegetables, and there's dipping sauces for them, and you like over the course of the evening, like all these things that you've cooked have created this beautiful broth, and then the last step is to make some noodles and have it with that broth. So that would be Japanese nabe. That's like one of my favorite, and that's more of just kind of that's more of a just not a restaurant kind of experience. It's like a home cooking kind of experience.
So how did you get the idea for Keeper's Diary, Andrew? Fuel Toxic is asking.
I went to go see Welcome to Raccoon City, thinking that they might actually do the right job this time around, and they didn't. So I said, bro, I'm coming up on 30. I ain't getting any younger. Nobody else is going to do it. I'm going to do it. So I reached out to you guys first. I think I reached out to you or Krishamir and then JJ and a bunch of other people, and then I reached out to Charlie and Eric and Greg, and from there it just kind of took off. So that's kind of how that all started.
I think you kind of had the idea for that story before all that, right?
I mean, it's
the keeper into its own little story.
I just always wanted to do it and never did until all that happened. So it just, I wish I was a Hollywood insider elitist person, but I don't at the same time. Because I know that if I was, these people cast their directors. They don't pick the right person for the job. They know what they want to do with their movie, and they're going to find the guy that's going to do what they want for their movie. So that's not how I operate. I want to make Resident Evil, and I believe you can do that while achieving the same goal of, making the people that own the rights happy in a sense of making them a lot of money without having to shit on the fans. It's doable. it's never been done in the Resident Evil live action space because nobody ever wants to give it a shot. And I don't think anything's going to change with the new guy. I think he's just going to do exactly what they want to do. And
I think the problem is they made a lot of money with the movies. I mean, I really don't like the movies. I don't like the Anderson movies. I don't like Welcome to Raccoon City. And I even don't like the CG movies. But they made a lot of money. So that's the reason why they continue to make those movies. I mean, it's our fault, I guess.
Kind of, yeah. It's he made each movie for like 30, 40, 50 million, and they all made like 200, 300, 400 million in return. Yeah. So it's like a no-brainer for the people that control the business. Yeah. And the people that control the business, they didn't see a valuable business model in making a horror film. They didn't think it would generate revenue, which is why they wanted to scrap everything from the games in exchange for an action film. And that's why they chose Paul Anderson to do it, because he could still make a movie out of a script that he already had written, modify it to fit things that are in Resident Evil, come up with a low budget, and generate an enormous revenue, which is how they were so successful over the years. The people who own the rights simply do not care. They just want a big return. That's why they're offering this guy so much money. Zach Krager is getting upwards of $20 million to breathe new life into this franchise by using the same exact tactics that they did before. So it's going to have, in my opinion, nothing to do with the games, unfortunately.
We'll see, I guess. By the way, hi, Blue. And last question from Jyla before we start the video. So what's all of your favorite countries so far you have traveled? And has anyone been to Israel yet or would like to go? I haven't been to Israel yet. I was very interested in going to Israel, but to be honest, at the moment, I don't feel safe with everything
now is
going
probably
on.
not a good time to go.
Not a good time. I don't think so. No. Yeah. But I would love to someday. Funny enough, before the October attack happened, I think 1 month or maybe 2 months before my father-in-law, he was in Israel. So, and he was there, and he thought it was great. So, yeah. But my favorite country so far, and it's true, is the US. I really love there. I don't know what it is exactly. I think it's because it's so big and it represents like freedom, you know, having it sounds silly, I know, but it's just, you know, driving around the country, and especially the road trip we did, and visiting Charlie and you, and it just was an amazing.
I mean, when you have like 2 weeks and you have, you know, a nice vehicle to travel around in on the roads, you go to Yellowstone, Yosemite, Zion.
Yeah, we couldn't do Yellowstone because the road was closed. If you remember, Charlie.
Yeah, I was like, you don't want to go. It was like snowing like so bad. I was imagining like them just getting stuck in the snow.
Yeah, you got to be careful all time of year, you know. But just all the national parks. You got Glacier National, but there's just so many things to do in that area, you know. It's
So what about you? What's your favorite country so far you've been to, and have you been to Israel?
Me?
You both?
I mean probably Germany, to be honest. I haven't been to a lot of countries.
Canada, Mexico, or
Canada.
I don't know. Never been there.
Yeah, I mean, I've been to like Windsor, and it's not really. I'm sure if you go up in like British Columbia, it's absolutely beautiful. I've just never been.
I love the reaction, by the way. That was so American. Canada, like.
Yeah, Canada.
You mean the 51st state, right?
No,
sorry.
No. I think that's kind of dumb, but whatever. Yeah, to each his own. But yeah, I've been to Punta Cana. That was okay. No, Germany was just beautiful. The countryside. Israel, I think it'd be cool to go and like visit all the holy sites and stuff like that one of these days. But yeah, I mean, maybe not right now.
Probably not. So what about you, Charlie?
Yeah, well, my father visited Israel, and it was quite a long time ago, and really, really loved it. And, told me like I really should go someday, and I haven't yet, but I would like to. And, I'd love to see, all the holy sites. Golan Heights, I think he said, I want to say, was like one of the places he went, and he was also just kind of amazed by the people, and especially like how tough even like the women are there. They all serve in the military, and
you hear that. I hear that from people.
Yeah. And just I think there's to a large degree, they're very educated, and just a really, really an impressive society of people there. And I'd like to also see the other countries around there. Like I'd love to see like Syria and, Jordan and like all the countries around there. It'd be really cool to see them. I'm kind of at a loss to say, like, Germany, like Bavaria, that's kind of the only trip that I've had recently, that is somewhere I had not been before, and it kind of was like driving around. It reminded me a lot of this area, like where I live in Northern California. Had a lot of like the vistas were similar, like lots of just green rolling hills, and I kind of wanted to spend some more time in Munich while we were there, and explore that. So I'd like to do that again. But I think right now, kind of the place I really want to visit is Australia.
Oh
yeah,
like
cool.
I would love to just go see, Ayers Rock, and like go. I know it's like really barren, but somehow like I'm just like really attracted to the idea of like driving through the desert in Australia, and like seeing all the places they film Mad Max, and those kind of places.
Yeah, Greg invited us, but was checking on the flights, and it was like 20-30 hours where he lives.
Yeah.
Especially with kids, there's just no way. Yeah. Like 30 hours on a plane and airports, it's...
Mm-hmm. I did it. South Africa. South Africa was really nice. I got to go there for work, but that was also a brutal...
Just go here, Mom. Here, Dad. Take care of your grandchildren for a while.
The problem is we can do that with Sophia, but Eric, he's such a mama boy, It's very difficult. And to be honest, my mom, she's almost 75, so it's difficult for her to just take care of 2 kids for 2 or 3 weeks. That's a problem. With Sophia, it was easy, but we could travel around and it was no problem. But now and we were thinking about coming to the States with the kids, just little vacation there. But it's so expensive if you have to pay for 4 plane tickets. Because of course the children are cheaper. But suddenly, for whatever reason, the prices for us, for Anka and me, are way higher. So they just say, no, it's not 700 or 800 for you. It's like 1,500 each, plus the children, and that's expensive. It's like 6,000, maybe 7,000 for 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
Yeah. I mean, for that kind of money, we could go, just Anka and we could go for 2 or 3 weeks to Japan. And
that'd be dope.
Yeah, it's actually quite affordable in Japan now. The yen is a lot weaker than it used to be.
I
was amazed at how far the money goes. Like, things that in Japanese it sounds like a lot of money, and then I do the conversion and like, that's only like $4. I'm like, blown away. It's like, you could have a meal for like $4 and a good meal. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So
I do have about like maybe 15 more minutes. Sorry.
Yeah, I just want to say let's watch the short. Just have a look for a second. I have the sound turned off just for copyright reasons because I don't know.
Yeah. So for everyone watching, I stumbled upon this last night, and it's probably the best fan project I've seen since the one you and Krishmir worked on. Like, what, 12 years ago now? 13 years ago?
Yeah, 13. Oh, God. Yeah. It was 2011, I think, or 12.
Yeah. So I just stumbled upon it last night, and it's made by a gentleman in Germany, actually. His name is Daniel Berthold, and he's just like a CG artist, and he did this pretty much by himself with maybe like one other friend, and
it's amazing.
Blown away. So I think
I was just about to say, I think it even looks better than the CG movies, the official CG movies.
Yeah, it does.
He
used the Unreal Engine.
Yeah. Oh, it's made with Unreal Engine?
Yeah, I think he works in Unreal Engine, and
it doesn't look like it, so it's even better.
Yeah, so I was chatting with him this morning, and I think we're gonna try and get this up on Row. His project is called Golgotha, a Biohazard Story, which I believe Golgotha is G, like the G virus.
Yes,
that's what the G virus stands for, is Golgotha. Yeah. And I think he's been working on this for like a whole year or two, and he just dropped it on his channel, and I just stumbled upon it, and I was like, holy cow.
Look, it's crazy. Look at the level of detail.
Yeah.
Look at the lighting. It's
I mean, the passion.
You told him to write me or something?
Yeah, I'll definitely link you guys up. I mean, you're both German, so.
Because I have some project where, like paid projects where I could use his help.
Yeah.
If he's interested.
Yeah. But yeah, no, he's a super nice guy. I was just blown away at the love that he has for the original game and the ability to tell a story that should have been told a long time ago. You know what I mean? So that's why they say the fans are better. Yeah.
even the rhythm of the breaks releasing, you know?
Yep.
It's the same just as in the game. It's I mean, I watched those cutscenes hundreds, thousands of times, so I can tell he's really, really good.
Yeah, very good. I mean, good storyteller. He's telling it from, you know, the lore of the original game that we all know and love, and he's showing us these things that we've seen before, but from a new perspective or a new angle or a new this. You know, and we know what they're doing. We know what it's about. He's just not rehashing old things. It's like, what did they do before? What did they do after? You know what I mean?
Just a minor nitpick detail. There's a USS patch on the character.
That stood out to me right away.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a problem. It's just because the unit wants to be not to be associated with Umbrella, so yeah. But it's just really, I don't care. It just it's amazing. Look at
and this. I can talk with him about that for part 2, 3, 4, whatever. Yeah. I don't think he'll be able to go in and redo any shots.
No, it's not necessary. I feel like an idiot even mentioning it. It's just like, you know me. It's like
I'm the same way.
Yeah,
I'm the same way. It stood out right away when I saw it.
Yeah.
But the whole thing is just fantastic.
I think that the main problem with this is, especially at conventions, there are a lot of Umbrella cosplayers with a lot of Umbrella patches, cosplaying Hunk, not really Hunk, but just black uniforms with 1,000 Umbrella patches, and I'm like, I think that's the main reason.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, but yeah, it's amazing. It's really. I'm gonna post this in the chat so you can check it out, and subscribe to his channel, and please give him a like.
Yeah,
and
his Instagram. I mean, you can go to his YouTube and subscribe. I think it's just called the same name as the movie, Golgotha movie on YouTube. But I think we're gonna upload this to Row after. We're gonna make some changes with like the font, try and make the title look a little bit more Resident Evil 2-ish, you know. But we're gonna upload it to Row.
Is this the new Resident Evil movie? No, that's just a one-man project. But mostly one-man project someone did. And it's just... But
yep.
Okay. Let's wrap this up. And is there anything, Andrew, you want to say, to add regarding the Resurrection project? You want to let people know, or
no, just that it's a fixed goal, meaning that if we don't hit the goal in 43 days, the project won't get made. So if you want to see the project move forward, you know, take advantage of it while you still can. Go take a look at all the perks that are available that you can buy. If we do reach our goal, then we're in demand, meaning that you can still buy perks after the goal ends. But you have to hit the goal to do that. So take advantage of it while you still can. Go take a look at the perks and pick your favorite and help support the project. And if you have already, thank you. So
yes, and there's no risk. I just want to add this, because if we don't hit the goal, you don't lose your money. So just support the project, and you know, if you're like, I don't know if we hit the goal or not, just support it, and either way, you don't have any risk. Either way, the project gets made or you get your money back. So,
yeah.
Charlie, anything you want to add or to say?
I've been waiting for this for a long time, and especially I know Greg and Eric and Linda are excited about it too. So yeah, there's still 43 days left, as he said.
Yeah.
And we still have a long way to go. So I think sometimes people are just kind of waiting and watching and, want to see if it's really going to happen before, they dip their toe in. So you're just making me nervous. So if you're already decided that you want to support this project, just go ahead and buy a perk.
Yes.
Don't play the waiting game, because I'm already losing my hair. I'm already stressed out. So just go ahead, support it. You're not going to regret it. It's going to be the best ever fan-made Resident Evil inspired project ever.
Yeah, ever. Yep. True words. Yeah. Thank you for being here, Andrew. Thank you, Charlie. And again, from me, support this project because I want to shoot cool scenes in the forest. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you all for subscribing, for super chats, for being in the chat, for lurking around. Whatever you did, thank you. And I see you on Wednesday with, I don't know what game, but yeah, I see you on Wednesday. And of course tomorrow. Oh, Zwerch, thank you for the 100 bits. Danke. Vielen Dank. And yeah, tomorrow, I'm not sure if there's going to be a new video on the channel because it's my birthday. So Anka already told me, don't work, celebrate. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for being here. And yeah, see you on Wednesday. Bye.
Thanks for spending your last day as a young man with us.
Yeah. Yeah.
And happy birthday.
Thank you.
Happy birthday. Thanks
Bye.
for having us on.
Of course.
Yeah.